Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Vintage Collection R2-D2. Okay then guys, thank you very much for watching. As per usual, we are now looking at the Vintage Collection R2-D2. He is from Wave 7, brand new figure out just this last few days. And let's take a look at the card back first of all, shall we? Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one to mention this, but this is one of the card backs that we have been waiting for a very long time. So I'm actually bemused, to be honest, why this wasn't ever released in the first run of the Vintage Collection. You'd think when there was like 115 figures, I think there was in those first years of the Vintage Collection, and we never got the original R2-D2 card back, which is very odd indeed. But, you know, thank you very much, Hasbro. We do have it now. There are some issues with the figure, potentially, which we're going to go over in a minute when we actually get the figure out of the pack. Okay, so as you can see, we've got R2-D2 in his bubble there with the blue background, which obviously makes the figure pop, especially as he's a white figure. Really, really nice. Obviously, the same blue behind the name pill there. We've got the Kenner logo at the bottom. Lovely Star Wars racetrack design. And yeah, it's just a complete throwback to that original Kenner first 12 card back, which everyone loves. We'll just have a quick look at the back of the card. So there you go, he is VC149 in the line. And then we've got the other figures of the wave. So we've got Luke, we did the review of him yesterday. We've got the Assault Tank Commander to come up. We've got the Death Star Gunner. Obviously R2-D2 is this figure here, and of course two from previous waves, Chewbacca and the Imperial Stormtrooper. Obviously an amazing figure, that Stormtrooper. If you haven't seen the review of that, take a look at that figure. That is a great figure. We've got the Vintage Collection logo at the bottom, Disney and Hasbro. Half the card, again, full of legal warnings and gumph that we just do not need or want. So yeah, back to the front of that card. It's actually difficult to want to actually open this one up because it is defacing this beautiful card. It does look amazing, but you know, it has to be done, and obviously I will be getting another one of these to put on my wall. Alright, so let's open him up and check out the figure. Alright then, okay, so this is R2-D2 out of the package. And the first thing I want to do is just apologise to Hasbro really, because on one of my previous videos, when I first saw the glam shot for this figure, I was actually quite worried about the dirtiness that they'd put on him. I actually felt that it looked sort of muddy, and it was more sort of like a figure that you would get from the like Dagobah R2-D2 or something, where he's been in the swamp. But this is definitely more sort of oil and sandy, grimy type sort of thing. And it's not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. So now obviously I would have preferred a completely clean R2-D2. I'm not going to lie. You know, with that 12 back card the way it is, you know, it would have been nice to maybe sort of respect the source material, if you like, and keep that R2-D2 nice and clean in the package. However, if you're going to have like a sort of screen accurate one, obviously, then possibly the dirt and grime that is on this figure is probably correct. Now obviously there isn't too much articulation of this figure. You've just obviously got the legs move and the feet move slightly, and the third leg there does actually remove. I think this sculpt is based on the 2009 Build Droid version, and I'm pretty sure that's the sculpt that they've been using ever since. And I know a lot of people are kind of annoyed because obviously this is pretty much the same R2-D2 that you can get in the Last Jedi wave, I think it is, but without the rocket boosters on the side. So you're actually getting less of a figure. But as I've explained to a few other people in the comments when they're talking about this figure, it really is, you know, we didn't really need a new R2-D2 anyway. It really is just about giving us that card back. You know, that's my honest opinion. I just think it's one for the collectors, and you know, yep, it could be possibly that Hasbro have been a bit lazy with the actual figure, but as I said, I think it's just more about the card back. But the detail of R2-D2, obviously he looks great. Got the nice little wires coming out of his feet, which are like a soft rubbery plastic there. And I'll just show you there, take the foot out so you can have him standing in his classic pose with the 2 feet, and then obviously that just goes nicely back in when you want to have him sort of driving along, if you like. The head does turn, of course. A little bit of a shame that obviously it's not one of the ones that when you turn it lots of times that the foot actually retracts inside, but you know, we can't have everything. I think it's more, as I say, to do with that classic 12 back card back. Something that was brought up to me in the comments of another video was that the dome on there, that centerpiece there, should be blue. And I've checked on lots of other figures and it often is silver, and even on the original R2D figures from back in the vintage line of the Kenner figures, it was silver. But I've checked in the film, and it is indeed blue. So yeah, that is a mistake. I'll give you a good look at the figure behind. See, I actually quite like these markings. I do think it is quite screen accurate. As I said, I was really worried that it was going to look all muddy and grimy. It almost looked green, you know, almost looked green. But this is definitely sort of browny, sandy, oily marks. And yeah, pretty decent figure to add to the collection. Alright then guys, so let me know in the comments section below what you think about this figure. You know, do you think it was purely for the collectors, you know, just to get that card back into that vintage collection of ours, get it on that wall or wherever you show them off? Or are you a little bit disappointed about the actual figure as well? Do you think Hasbro could have actually, you know, done something different with the figure perhaps and given us a brand new figure to go with it? As I say, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching as per usual. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we shall see you on the next one.